Where do you stand on putting pineapple up your ass?
Yeah, the whole pineapple, yes. It's also fun to walk around with just the pineapple top sticking out of your ass.
It's not often you get to talk to an American cultural icon, but here I am sitting with the Emmy Award-winning host of his eponymous television show, a man who went head-to-head with the President of the United States and won.
Oh, we'll see.
And most importantly, introduced the world to Guillermo Rodriguez.
That is true. That is true. I'm impressed you know his last name. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that.
No, I mean, come on. It's facts. He also claims to know a lot about 80s music,
I do.
pizza, and Marvel Comics.
I do.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel, welcome to Funny You Ask.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You've had me on your show many, many times.
I have.
And you guys always send a car.
I parked on the street.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Was it a meter?
Yeah, meter.
You let me know what it costs. We want to go ahead and we're going to cover
great.
half of it.
That would be great. I appreciate
That's
that. You think I
fantastic.
will get a ticket at this hour?
I think they have bigger problems right now than your
All
car.
right. Yeah.
We've been seeing each other. I just saw you. We've seen each other at award shows. not
Only
too long.
exclusively.
That's a true show.
We're not
friendship.
even. I don't think neither of us were nominated. We like to meet. It's our
I like,
rendezvous point.
it's my networking. They have great apps, and I get to see some stars. When you're there, do you see anyone ever at those things that make you starstruck, or are you just so jaded? And
No, I'm pretty jaded. Yeah, I mean, that happens every once in a while. It's more like athletes I liked as a kid. That kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
Makes a bigger impact. And then like every time I'm with like David Letterman, I can't believe I'm there with David Letterman.
Yeah, that's a big
there
one.
Are people like that.
There's
for sure.
weird ones for me. Like I saw Delroy Lindo, and I like didn't know what to say. I was like, and it's just like
You've always been a big Delroy Lindo guy, right?
Truly, I love him. I think he is a truly great actor, and you never
is.
see I don't see Delroy Lindo at Ralph's. You see him at an award show, and I don't go to a ton. When I was there, I was like, oh my god, Delroy Lindo. He's really nice. He's a nice man.
He probably was excited that you were excited, right?
I can't describe what he looked like other than he looked exactly like Delroy Lindo. He was like the sun was hitting the back of his head when he walked in. He looked very majestic. Like he looked quite frankly fucking beautiful.
Well, the name Delroy is almost of the sun, right? If it was Del
Rey.
Rey,
It probably was Del Rey a long time ago.
maybe so.
Right,
Or maybe his
yeah.
mom had Del Rey picked out. She thought she was going to have a girl.
Yes, and then she saw him and it was a boy. She's like,
She's like, well, Delroy. That's
Delroy.
the guy.
Boom. That's his origin story. Jimmy, I'm going to ask you a question now, a trivia question.
All
and
right.
this is about something that everyone loves,
Okay.
pizza. I'm going to start easy. Don't
Great.
even worry. While there are several cities that claim to be the birthplace of modern pizza, it's generally agreed that this Italian city is where it all began.
Well, that would be Napoli, Naples.
Naples, I said Naples. I would have also accepted Napoli. You said both. That's 1 point on the board right there. For a bonus question, to truly be a Neapolitan pizza, the tomatoes and the sauce have to either be Pomodori, Pinello, de Vesuvius, or another type originating in the Campania region. What is the other type?
The other type would be San Marzano.
Boom.
tomato.
That's 2 points right there on the fucking board. That's how that works. That is how that works. It's easy.
I didn't even know those were the official rules until now, but I figured it had to be San Marzano.
It's San Marzano. You have 2 points.
Thank you.
Are you are Italian?
I'm half Italian.
I'm assuming your mom's side.
Yes.
Unless your dad was
Joan Iacano.
Joan
Iacano.
Iacano.
Mm-hmm.
I thought otherwise your dad was named like Kimmelino.
Dad is mostly Irish and a little bit German. Yeah.
Irish Italian. I'm going to ask you a question,
Please.
and I think I know what you're going to say. So I want us to answer on the count of three. We'll answer on three. Okay.
Okay.
What is the best pizza in the world? 1, 2, 3.
Pizzeria
Papa John's.
Bianco.
Okay. I thought he was going to say.
You've always been partial to the Papa.
I don't even like their pizza. I like the guy. He seems like a fun
Seems like
guy.
he has it all together.
Got it all together. Nothing can go wrong. Have you ever had Papa John's pizza?
I'm sure I have. Yeah. Like a kid's birthday party or something like that. I'm the worst, really. Like when it comes to pizza, like my wife, when she sees cardboard come in the room, she's like, oh, let me out of here. He is, by the way, the funniest, this is a pretty good story. So one day, it was like a Sunday afternoon, and Woody Harrelson and Owen Wilson came over to the
Gotcha.
house. And they were a lot of fun.
Very fun.
Yeah. We spent some time with Woody.
We know Woody well.
Yes. So they came over and they were always competing. Like you hear these stories and you think, yeah, well, whatever. But they are really, like they're always like, we had some pitchers of beer and they were like holding their arms straight to see who could hold the beer at arm's length for the longest amount of time, like that kind of thing. And at a certain point I was cooking and it was hard for me because Woody doesn't eat any kind of meat. No, like he's like barely eats vegan. Bread.
Yes.
You know? Yes. Like I don't even know what he eats. He just eats molecules. So I was going to make pizza. I figured, okay, I think he'll give an exception and eat some. And so I'm out in the pizza oven and I'm working on the pizza and Woody and Owen are in my house with my wife. And Woody says, hey, we're going to, what's the address? We're going to order Domino's. And my wife's like, goes, please don't do that. And they're like, well, why not? And she's like, Jimmy's, he's been like preparing this meal for a while now.
They're cooking at a pizza.
He's going to be really upset if you order Domino's. And they're looking at each other like, what is wrong with Jimmy? This is like, what a weird guy. And she's looking at them like, what weird guys. And they finally figured out that they meant the game Domino's. And this is, by the way, before Instacart, where it would be a normal thing to order Domino's.
Yeah.
This was like during the time where like, who are you going to call to get Domino's ordered to your house?
I'm not even sure it is still a normal time. Domino's is just not something I order. I'm never like, oh shit, we need part cheesy right away. You know what I mean? It's like games are something that you plan, but I guess if you're Woody, you have access to that.
There's this weird hold that Fresh Brothers seems to have over children.
Oh, like, they love it.
They love Fresh Brothers.
Do you know the Fresh Brothers hack?
No.
There's a hack for Fresh Brothers because my kids ordered it and their normal pizza is fine, but it's little kid pizza. But if you get there, hear me out, cauliflower crust, thick cupped pepperoni, extra cheese, well done. It tastes like, if you've ever had, in Chicago, we have two kinds of pizza. We have deep dish, but we also have tavern style, which is like ultra kind of thin. It tastes like a decent tavern style. That's my Fresh Brothers hack.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore. That will never happen because I will never order Fresh Brothers.
But my question is this. Let's say your kids are like, we want pizza. Your daughter's having a sleepover. You're going to order pizza for their friends. They want Fresh Brothers. Would you order Fresh Brothers for yourself? Nope. You'll make your own pizza even though you're ordering pizza?
Well, no, I would order a good pizza. I'd order from another place. Like my kids, last weekend, my son wanted me to order California Pizza Kitchen. I was like, that's never happening.
That won't happen.
It's just never, ever going to happen in this house.
I get really annoyed when people order Domino's or Papa John's in a city like LA or New York.
When they're in Brooklyn and they order like Pizza Hut.
That's a sin. That's a fucking sin. I know people that order Domino's in New York and LA. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, we're going to Taco Bell here. It's like, bro, you have tacos on every corner that are infinitely better than Taco Bell.
It is the most unacceptable thing I can even imagine.
I hate it.
With that said, if I'm at like a kid's birthday party and that's the only thing there, I will definitely eat it.
I'll eat 6 of them. And actually, I will say I do have a soft spot for, if I'm going to eat shitty pizza, Little Caesars.
That is the best.
That is the best one. And do you know the fact about that guy?
Well, Little Caesar?
Little Caesar.
He was a dwarf, right?
He was a little person, and he paid Rosa Parks' rent every year of her life until she died.
Did she know?
No. No, she thought she was like just making.
Caesar did that?
Little Caesar did that. His name was like Mike Rosenstein or something, but
God bless Mike Rosenstein.
A good man. I think he left us, but he's a good man. You love to cook pizza at home. If I'm coming over and I'm like, give me a Jimmy, what's on that pie?
Well, I really love just your straight, margarita pizza.
Yes.
I love it. But when I get fancy, when I do something special,
yes,
I will. I love a clam pizza. That's really, and it's just really nice butter, garlic, clams, salt, parsley, and that's nice.
We do pizza night. We don't have like a accoutrement. We just put it in the oven, high heat. But
that works.
It works beautifully. I'm a big sheet pan pizza guy. I like the dough nice and thin. Do you follow Dave's Pizza Oven on Instagram? He's fantastic. Every day it's just a new pizza he's made, and they're beautiful pies. And he made one where like 3/4 of the pie is a regular pizza, and then the far left side of it is a calzone. And I made it, and it's beautiful.
Wow, it's like dog-earing a book.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like when you save your page.
I ate the whole thing. I felt really bad the next day. Where do you stand on putting pineapple up your ass?
Well, I will do, the whole pineapple, yes.
You're skinning it first,
if it's
obviously.
cut into rings, absolutely not.
No, you got to get the whole thing up there.
I like to get the whole.
What's the point?
And what I do is I go from bottom in so I can use the top as a handle.
See, I break the top off and I keep having to call 911.
Yeah, no, you got to keep the top on.
I call 911 and they have to just jump on my stomach so it shoots out.
It's also fun to walk around with just the pineapple top sticking out of your ass. The kids love it.
Settle the debate once and for all.
White people. What's that? No. Okay.
That was actually the answer.
Okay.
What city has the best pizza? Jacksonville or Shreveport?
There is good pizza, and you find it in strange spots nowadays.
You do.
It's because of the internet, I think.
It is.
It's one of the few good things that happened.
When I moved to LA, I moved here in 2000, and there was not good pizza. There was Baroni's, which is in the Deep Valley, which is incredible. Mm-hmm. And there was Damiano's.
Damiano's was good. I used to go there all the time.
I used to go there all the time. Conan O'Brien or Greg Daniels told me this story one time. Greg Daniels and his wife and Conan go to Damiano's at night to have a pizza, and they're sitting there, and the pizza gets put down in front of them, and a little piece of plaster falls right in the pizza, and they're like, "Oh!" And 3 seconds later, a construction worker comes crashing down,
really,
on top of the table, and Conan goes, "Oh my God!" and got up and ran away. Greg Daniels is like, "Are you okay?"
And then they turned it into John and Vinny's. Yeah. There was always an illegal poker game happening in the back of Damiano's.
It was shady. I was on their do not deliver list for a minute because I complained. Because one night I ordered a shrimp parm sandwich and I ordered it at 8 o'clock. And guess what time it came? It never came, ever. And I called, "Where is it? Where's the sandwich?" And they said, "Oh," and then finally the owner was being a dick. And I called the next day to complain. And he goes, "We're not delivering to you anymore." So I would have to use my neighbor's phone.
I had a weird Damiano's delivery experience where I delivered for Damiano's one night.
For like a bit for the show?
As a bit for the show. And it was late. It was like midnight. And I had this idea, looking back, stupid idea, but I wanted to do some of the jobs that people were doing while the show was on.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
And one of them, I used to be a pizza delivery guy when I was in high school. And I had the weirdest experience. This is going to sound like I made it up. I did not make it up. I get an order. I go to the address. It's this warehouse, much like this one, somewhere in the Hollywood area. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I go in and there is a Mexican dating game show happening. It was somebody working on the show. Had ordered a pizza, and I walk in. There are hundreds of people. There's not a car anywhere in sight. Hundreds of people in this thing. It's called Dos Corazones was the name of the show. And I show up, and I got my pizza delivery outfit on. Of course, I have a camera crew with me, and I walk in, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "Well, I'm delivering a pizza, but can I be on the show?" And they're like, "Yeah, okay." So in the middle of the show, there were these 3 guys trying to date this woman. I come out and I've got a pizza, and I joined the show as like one of the contestants. And it was not set up. It seemed like it was totally set up, but it just happened, and it was impossible to explain. And one of the weirdest things that ever happened.
And that's how you met Molly.
That
is amazing. That is a beautiful.
Mi corazone.
Mi corazone, Molly McNearney. Okay, this is a tough one.
Okay,
you got to give up either pizza or tacos.
Oh, tacos.
You got to give up pizza or meat. Like I'm talking like APL meat.
You're talking about beef, or you're talking about all meats?
I'm talking about beef and pork.
I would give up beef and pork.
Pizza or pasta?
I would give up pizza.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Pasta. Yeah.
Pasta or booze?
Oh, I barely drink.
You don't drink a lot.
Yeah.
Pasta or family?
I would give
not
up.
Molly and the kids, like a second cousin, like someone who works on your show.
Oh no, I'm even talking about Molly and the kids. Yes, pasta.
A nice bowl of pasta.
I don't think I could live without it. I didn't know that it wasn't normal to not eat a whole box of spaghetti. I thought it was a serving size.
Yeah, I cooked pasta for the kids, and for a while I was double cooking like 2 different bags of pasta. And Erica one day is like, What do you think's happening? Do you think a bunch of Marines are going to show up here? Like, it's too much food, man.
Yeah, I never really got that. In fact, on Good Friday, I would fast all day, but then I would negate all of that by I'd start the pot of water boiling at like 11:43 p.m. Right. So that the pasta could be fully cooked at the stroke of midnight. And then after fasting all day, I would kill a whole pound of pasta with like some Progresso clam sauce in a can, which I doctor up a little, but not that much.
Yeah, you got to doctor up.
And I just destroy it at midnight and go right to sleep.
That produces really good smells the next morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Here's how this is going to work, by the way. In front of me, I have a deck of trivia cards based on some subjects that you said you know a little bit about.
I just know I'm going to lose. I mean, whatever this is, I know I'm going to lose.
Well, we're going to find out because in front of you, you have a bunch of completely random trivia cards in all different categories that I will pinky swear I have never looked at.
I've seen you win $1 million with ease.
I've also lost. I've lost a lot in life many times, my
I've
friend.
never seen that.
Well, I think it could happen today because right now I'm just going to say you have 2 points. I have 0. Will you please select any card at random and ask me a question?
Yeah. Here we go. I'll just go right from the top. All right, Ike, in Apple advertisements, every iPhone displays the exact same time, 9:41. What moment does the time 9:41 commemorate?
9:41 is the day that the time. Oh God, is it like the time Steve Jobs was born?
You're close.
Is the time he died?
That would be weird.
That'd be
seeing as
morose.
how
if
he had predicted the time of his death.
That is crazy. And here's the craziest thing, folks. That's wild. I don't know. See, you already got me. What is it?
It's the time that Steve Jobs unveiled the first iPhone, 9:41 a.m. 2007.
Wow. Boom. Okay. Right there. That's a big X for me.
Part of being the game show host is it makes you seem smart.
I know.
Like, I'm like, he unveiled the first iPhone 9:41 a.m. Like, I know this. I have no idea. And by the way, that's a dumb reason. It's such a dumb reason.
It's a bit much, guys.
I mean, you could come up with something better than that.
Yeah. It's also too arbitrary a time.
I also feel like they worked it out. It's like, okay, it'll never be a date, so we'll never have like a 9/11 situation with our time. We got to make it a 9:41.
Make the time. Yeah. It doesn't work because I've never noticed that.
I've never noticed it either.
Never noticed that.
Might not even be true.
I think it's bullshit. Throw that card out of here. Fuck it.
All right.
Oh, you're going to ask me another question.
You want another one?
Yeah. Go for it. Why not?
One of history's most ambitious sea voyages proved the Earth could be circled, but it came at a pretty steep cost for its leader. Which explorer's expedition became the first to successfully circumnavigate the globe, even though his crew had to finish the journey after his death?
I think the answer to this ties into a question that you asked me on ABC's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
And as I recall, I think your dad...
My dad knew it more than I did, but the answer, I believe, is Ferdinand Magellan.
That is absolutely correct, and I can't believe that I remembered that.
That's so crazy. That is so crazy.
As you know, I can barely remember who the guest was on the show I did.
I asked you that night. It took you a good 4 count.
It takes a beat for me, and I just remember being so impressed that your dad knew the Magellan's path on the globe. He knew
a rough version of the path. It was pretty great. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, my dad doesn't know anything.
Ask me one more, but then I'm going to ask you a question.
The written language doesn't change often, but once in a while, someone invents a new symbol. Question: what punctuation mark invented in the 1960s combines a question mark and an exclamation point into one symbol?
A question mark and an exclamation point? What the?
How would that even work? Would it be a very tall question mark?
Or would it be a very bendy exclamation mark? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it like it's not a colon and it's not a semicolon.
I have a hint if you want it.
Yeah, give me the hint.
Bang! We have a new punctuation mark.
The gun?
The gun. You say the gunt? No, that's a different thing.
I think it's the gun. Can we get a?
You know what? You've married two different things in the way that they should be, but in this case, it's the interrobang.
I have Never heard that.
Never seen
in
it,
my
never heard
life.
of it.
But I love it. And now I will use that 3 times tomorrow in a sentence.
The Interrobang.
I'll ask like for a check and be like, oh, where do I sign? By the Interrobang? Quick, cool. All right, I'm going to ask you a question.
But you have to say it like this. Where do I sign? By the Interrobang. I wonder if it's more question
He's
or
like, no, sir, sign right by the Gunt. All right. Okay, you ready? This is
ready.
a question about 80s music, my
I should have
friend.
told you, really, my knowledge of 80s music is I can identify the songs themselves within a split second of them playing. The trivia, maybe not as good, but go ahead.
Oh, then you might not get this.
Okay.
Originally released as a single, what Lionel Richie hit won him an Academy Award?
Say You, Say Me.
Boom! Wow. Now for the bonus.
Uh-huh.
Can you
Power
tell me
of Love by Huey Lewis.
what movie was this song featured in that won him the Oscar?
White Nights was the
Boom!
movie.
Jimmy Kimmel right there.
Say You, Say Me beat Power of Love from Back to the
Back
Future.
to the Future. Wow.
Which doesn't seem right to me.
That does not seem right. That does not seem right. I mean, I will say one thing about the 80s, that was the decade for having a hit song that had the same name as the movie.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like Ghostbusters was on the charts forever.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Now, Ghostbusters
Is I Want a New Drug.
was I Wanted a Drug.
Allegedly.
No, I know this for sure. And Huey Lewis can't talk about it, but I can. Ivan Reitman went to Huey Lewis and said, hey, we'd love you to do a theme song. And he's like, I don't want to be the movie soundtrack guy.
Yeah.
I did that already.
Right.
And I don't want to be the guy, but thank you very much. And so he went to Ray Parker and said, hey, write a song like Huey Lewis. And there they had it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe Ray Parker Jr. would do that. Ray Parker, I think would do that.
By the way, I'm a big Ray Parker Jr. fan.
He was great, Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah, he's my Delroy Lindo. You want another one?
Well, let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
We grew up in the 80s.
Yes.
Right? What was the first MTV video that you saw that you were like, I got a boner?
Oh, well, kind of all of them.
I know.
It's
me
funny.
too.
I found this website that they play videos from the 80s. It's like an 80s rewind website.
I think I follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. And I was looking at it. I remember like before Madonna, it was, the singers weren't like great looking. She really changed, I think, all of that.
She was the first like sexy sex pod. Of the 80s,
she was the one really. But I do remember I watched one the other night and I was like, oh, Pat Benatar was pretty good looking.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that I remember Vanity 6, Sex Shooter was a big one for me where I'd have to sex shooter, shoot
that was
love
Vanity
in your direction. Yeah.
Vanity was one of she was like an all-timer for me.
That was her group Vanity 6, although we never saw the other 5 people in it.
Well, why would you if you
And Apollonia was another one.
Apollonia was really good, really
from
good.
that Prince. Yeah, Prince was good at recruiting. But yeah, those almost any, even the Ghostbusters video, which had for no reason a woman in lingerie in the Ghostbusters. They set up as much money as they spent on that movie and getting all those celebrities in that video. They then spent like $40 on like a bed with some neon lights on it.
And that's all we remember.
Ray Parker Jr. was kind of menacing this woman. And she was kind of moving away from him during a lot of it. It was weird. It was like the ghost was there for sex, whether she wanted it or not.
I mean, that's what he's talking about when he says bustin' makes me feel good.
Maybe,
that's what he meant.
Right.
I was obsessed with the Bangles. I love Susanna Hoff.
I still do.
I've met her because she's married to the great Jay Roach, and I met her at a party one time, like 5 years ago, and I was like sweating, and I was really nervous.
Can I tell you something? When I got suspended at ABC, we were in the middle of 80s week, and Susanna Hoffs was going to be on singing, and I was excited about it, and then it didn't happen.
They took this from us.
They took that, yeah.
Screw you. Screw you, Trump.
But Susanna Hoffs, she's visited the show before, and she's still great looking.
And gorgeous and so cool.
And her voice is so great.
Oh my God.
And come on. You know what? Actually, I thought about this the other day. It's weird that you mentioned that. If I was Jay Roach, every once in a while, I would turn to her and go, come on, honey, let's go make some noise. Until she hated me. I would doing it.
I think the reason they're together is he doesn't do that.
Yeah.
I see you in a different light today. It's just weird. If you could have seen one band tour in the 80s, who would you have seen?
Oh, who I didn't see.
Who you didn't see?
Okay. I didn't go to a ton of concerts.
Me either.
But I loved Elvis Costello and I loved Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
I got to see both of them in concert.
In the 80s?
In the 80s.
Wow.
I saw Billy Ocean one night.
Whoa.
I saw Lionel Richie with my mom at Caesar's Palace.
That's a big one. You lived in Vegas, so they were all playing there.
Yeah, they
That's
would all come
crazy.
through. And then and I had a friend who was a disc jockey who would pretend I was caller number 97 and give me tickets to these things. So I would get to go to a lot of these. Although Huey Lewis, I went there at like 4:00 in the morning and was 17th in line to buy tickets. But who do I wish I had seen? I feel like one of the most underrated bands of the 80s is Men at Work.
Oh,
I think Colin Hay is one of the most underrated performers.
A brilliant
songwriters.
Yes.
And I would have liked to have seen them.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm trying to think. I didn't see a lot of concerts. I saw Stormfront, Billy Joel, which was legendary.
That's a good one.
He's probably been on your show, Billy Joel.
He has been on the show, and I've seen him probably 7 or 8 times.
The only time I've seen him in person, I was in Florence, Italy, at this restaurant that all my friends told me was great. And I walk in and I saw the best thing you could see at a restaurant that you're about to eat at, which was Billy Joel going like this. I was like, oh, I'm in for a treat.
The scene from an Italian restaurant.
We sat down. I got a bottle of red, a bottle of white. It depends on my appetite. What were you like in the 80s? Were you like...
I was thin. I was just like this, really. I was just, you know what? I went to my high school reunion and I won least changed. Because I was just like this.
I was very cool.
Yeah,
so
were you?
No, I was not. I was like fun. I was a combination of like Ducky.
Yeah.
Because I was friends with lots of the girls.
I was compared to Ducky in high school.
And then like a little bit like Booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, sure.
But then like just enough coolness from like maybe like Emilio Estevez in the Breakfast Club, because I played basketball, I played a little bit of sports, so I was kind of like a hybrid of those three guys.
I was in the band, I played clarinet.
Yeah, you told me you played clarinet.
And so not cool at all.
Oh, the ultimate pussy-getting instrument is a clarinet. But
Bryce, as far as what I look like Ralph Macchio in the Karate Kid. Yeah.
Very cute.
Yeah, I was kind of cute, but
cute. Clarinet is a tough one.
The clarinet is not a good instrument for
And the only way you're getting laid if you play the clarinet is if you're Woody Allen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That guy's constantly getting laid.
Or Pete Barbuti. There's something for the old folks.
All right, ask me a question, will you? Please, can you do me a favor?
Yes,
can you ask me a question? I love questions. I want a question.
Your question is, chef hats aren't just for show. Their design is quite symbolic. Why are traditional chef's hats said to have 100 pleats?
100 pleats? Because that is the way Escoffier designed his hat. I don't know.
Do you want the hint?
Yeah, give me a hint. Give me a hint.
The hint is there are many ways to do this certain activity.
Masturbate?
That's it. No, the answer
Put one on the board.
A weird answer to symbolize the 100 ways a chef can cook an egg.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Are there really 100 ways?
I can't think of more than 5.
There weren't 100 ways back then. You might get up to 100 now with our modern equipment.
With sous vide and stuff, but back then it was like poached, fried, over easy.
Even then they did sous vide cooking, but it was in an animal bladder.
That's how I still do it.
Yeah, it's how you do it the natural way.
Yes.
But I'm okay. Hard-boiled, soft-boiled, poached, fried, scrambled, omelet. You can't. That's only six right there.
You're gonna need 94 more.
There's not.
The fuck out of here. Fuck those fucking French.
Chefs.
Give me another question, just because I love it.
Long before in-flight entertainment, air travel was uncomfortable and sometimes terrifying at high altitudes. What major aircraft innovation allowed commercial airplanes in the 1940s to safely fly higher above weather, turbulence, and mountains?
It's got to be like, God, these are really hard. hard. These are really hard. I'll say a second engine.
Hint, you can finally fly without oxygen masks.
Oh, pressurized cabin.
That is correct.
Wow, that's good.
Cabin.
Put one on the board.
Very
the score
good.
is, I don't know,
2?
4-2, maybe.
Or were we competing? I didn't even know that.
There's no rules.
Okay,
It's like Outback Steakhouse. No rules.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
right.
There are rules there, though. I'm pretty sure.
There are rules.
Like I couldn't walk in naked and get a meal.
Well, you could because you're famous. But
Well, maybe, but-
your average Joe?
No.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you a question now.
Go ahead.
There's a question about comics.
Okay, great.
Everyone knows the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
but not all of us read the OG comic released in 1963. That original group consisted of Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, and this other superhero who is not Captain America.
Now, I think it's the Beast and it's the Defenders, is it? No. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Original OG Avengers.
Oh.
Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man.
Oh, the original Avengers. Iron Man, Hulk, Thor,
Ant-Man,
Ant-Man.
and this other
And-
super. I have a hint.
Okay, give me the hint.
She appeared in several of the Marvel movies and was never lost.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't pay much attention to the girl superheroes when I was a boy. But there's the Scarlet Witch. She's probably too new. She's an X-Men. No, it's not the Invisible Girl, Sue Storm,
No,
is it?
not Sue Storm.
No, she wouldn't leave that group. Oh, I don't know.
The Wasp.
Oh, well, that makes, of course, the Wasp, Ant-Man and
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
You'd think I would have known that.
You can buy this back with a bonus question. The Avengers were created by what comic legend who also created Black Panther and Fantastic Four, amongst others?
Steve Ditko? Stan Lee. What?
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby. Oh,
Jack Kirby
okay.
the goat. Woo! Let me ask you a couple questions about
Yeah.
comic book. How old were you when you got into comics?
I had a short run with comics. I was like, it was like age 6 through 9, and then it was done until my son was born, my son Kevin, and then I got back into it
them.
again.
Do you still read them?
Not really.
You don't go to Golden Apple and lay them all over the house, and
No,
Molly's
but
like, you got to mow the lawn.
Well, when a Marvel movie comes out, I'm excited.
You're excited. Yeah. It is crazy now to see like superhero movies were terrible when we grew up, with the exception of like Superman 2 or Superman.
Well, yeah, but I thought, when I was a kid, like I loved that Spider-Man TV series, the Hulk TV series.
The TV series were good, but the movies were non-existent. They would make a Fantastic Four every few years that was really bad.
That was bad, yeah.
That was very, very bad. Were you bullied?
I was bullied, but not for the comic books.
Right, exactly, me too. Yeah.
Just living in Brooklyn, people would just fight. We would just fight all the time.
Yeah.
And there were these two boys around the corner who were a couple years older than us, Eddie Fahey and Tommy Black. And they would every once in a while venture over to our block to beat us. And I do remember distinctly it being snowy. And one of those boys, either Eddie or Tommy, I don't remember which, grabbing me by the back of my hair and grinding my face into the sidewalk in the
It's like
snow.
a Christmas story.
It was really efficient.
That's traumatic. Yeah. I just remember the worst. I didn't get bullied badly, but there was a couple times, and it was always worse if you were talking to like a girl. And I remember I was talking to this girl who was like a couple years older, and I was like in 4th grade. And one of the 8th graders walked up, and he just looked at me and hocked a loogie in my face.
Ugh.
Like the full like, and just, and I went crazy. I was like, you fucking piece of shit. But he was much bigger than me. I don't think about it anymore a lot. Who is your all-time favorite superhero?
Spider-Man, not even close.
Mine is Blank Man. Do you remember Blank
Really?
Man,
Yeah.
the Damon Wayans film?
Yeah.
Love him.
Love him.
This is just great. He should be in the Avengers. He
You
should
would
be in
think,
the fucking
yeah.
Avengers. What actor who has not starred in a comic book movie would you want to see do one?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you remember like when Brando was in Superman?
Yes.
Which, by the way, that's one of the best comic book movies. That first Superman.
The first Superman 2, I think, is even better than Superman.
But the opening credits
Incredible.
of Superman.
Incredible.
And Gene Hackman is, and
Ned
Beatty.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Otis.
Mr. Luthor.
Miss Taskmaster, Mr. Luthor is very mad at you.
Otisburg? It's just a little town, Mr. Luther. Otisburg. I could take it. I could clean her. Otisburg. Yeah. And then he hits
Lex, my mom lives in Hackensack. Rest in peace. Rest in power, King.
What was the question? What
One actor that's never done a comic book movie that you would want.
Are there any who've not done a comic
There's a couple
movie?
left. There's a couple left.
Is Ike Barinholtz the answer?
I can announce this. I'm going to do a Marvel movie soon.
You are. Who are you playing?
Marvelous Miss Maisel movie. I'm going to play Steve Allen. And I'm getting jacked for it.
Okay.
Someone
It'd
who's
be funny to see Pacino in one of those movies.
Well, he kind of does. Dick Tracy count or no?
I don't think that he's a superhero.
He's not. He's just a regular villain, but he's just ugly. In that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know, you might be right about Dick Tracy.
Just have him be one of those like Marvel superheroes where he's like, you got to get the Tesseract, otherwise the whole planet's gone. And like that would be very funny. Have him do that like Marvel. Captain America. I would love to see Giamatti do one.
Oh, like well, he has. What? He was the Rhino.
He was. Oh, that's right.
He was the Rhino. Yeah.
Sorry, Paulie G. I'm sorry.
You got it. Yeah, you got that wish.
I love comics. I grew up reading comics, and I love Marvel. I probably historically lean slightly DC.
Do you?
Slightly DC.
Really?
Let's have a little battle royale. You name a Marvel hero, and I will name a DC hero. We'll break down who wins.
Okay.
Go for
Submariner.
Okay, Submariner goes up against Green Arrow.
By the way, which I thought was the Submariner my whole life
Me too.
as a
I was
kid.
little,
Yeah, Submarine. Okay, The Thing.
The Thing, I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and say Peacemaker.
You know, this could go on forever, right?
Yeah. Well, no, but I think it's who wins in the fight. Who wins in that first fight? Submariner versus Green Arrow. I'll give you I think Submariner wins that fight.
Well, didn't Green Arrow have a ring that gave all sorts of magic powers?
That's Green,
and a Submariner.
That's Green Lantern.
Oh, that's Green Lantern.
Green Lantern would beat the fuck out of Submariner.
Right.
But I think Submariner gets Green Arrow because he's just like a little bitch with a goatee.
Yeah, like Green Arrow and Hawkeye are not great.
No, they're not. You have a bow and arrow. Like we got rid of that weapon like 400 years ago.
Yeah, their power is to use
a medieval weapon.
Prehistoric weapon.
I'm Mace Man. It sucks.
Hang on, let me get my arrow.
Let me just reload. Give me half a second here.
Oh, wait a minute. Your bullets bounce off you. Okay. Shit.
Who's if you're picking one person to fight in the Marvel universe, who are you picking? I'm picking Superman.
Okay. Yeah. Superman's hard to top, but they say Captain Marvel is the most powerful superhero.
That is true. She's from another planet.
That is what they say. Superman, one of the fun things about Superman is he's not that smart. Like, because they had to make Batman a genius, they had to dial it down a little bit on Superman being smart. But I do remember in the 70s, there were these big comic books, oversized comic books, where they would have the Marvel heroes fight the DC heroes.
Yeah, the crossover things.
I had a couple of those.
Those are very
to me,
good.
that was like, it was like when Lenny and Squiggy showed up on Happy Days. It was excitement on that level.
Yes, I love crossover episodes. Oh, it's so
Me
good.
too.
It's
like when Cliff Clavin was on Jeopardy. It's like
people who have never been in my kitchen, Alex. Remember his categories for the first round were like Boston postal codes, local beers.
It was like the Honeymooners episode where Ed Norton was rehearsing Name That Tune with Ralph Cramden, and every time he'd warm up every song on the piano by playing Swanee River. He'd be like dun 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 dun, and then he'd go into the song. Right. And Ralph was great at it and whatever, and he gets on the show, and of course the song is, then who does this song? Dun, 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 and he just stops for a second, and he's freaky. His eyes are bugging out, and he goes, Ed Norton. There are no shows funnier than the Honeymooners.
Truly, I watched this whole like documentary about Jackie Gleason, and I walked away being like the coolest man that ever lived.
He really
He smoked 4 packs of Pall Malls a day.
I
can only do 3. before I start to get a cold.
He was, just one of those guys. I asked actually Tom Hanks. I saw him somewhere, and I said, "Hey,
Nothing
you
in
know what
common.
I've always wanted to ask you? What was Gleason like?" And he told me some Gleason stories.
Ooh.
And but at the time, he was old and he was not like
Right.
I think he had gangrene in that movie, didn't he? Something horrible. He had to cut off his feet. This guy, and I love a big guy who's a good dancer. That's one
he
of
was
the things.
very light on us. I feel like Farley was like that. Farley was very light on his feet.
That.
Yeah.
Belushi for sure was
Yes,
like that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
who
yeah.
else was like that? Rerun from What's Happening.
Fred Berry?
Yeah, Fred
One of the
Berry.
best dancers ever.
I remember, I rarely remember seeing my dad laugh.
He loved What's Happening.
Because my dad was usually mad and looking at the walls and going like, who put their hands on the walls at all times? And why is the door open? The air conditioning's going out. But man, when Rerun with breakdance, my dad
really
would
good.
laugh his ass off.
Oh, yeah. I remember I loved that show. And I remember Dee, the little sister,
Yeah, Dee
would
was
always
great.
eat peanut butter out of the thing. And I started doing that. My mom got mad at me.
Dee
and I
became
said,
a veterinarian in Orange County.
No.
Yeah, one of the great deadpan child actors.
Amazing deadpan on that show.
Always got to laugh.
Yeah, she was great. And Shirley Hemphill. Don't even get me started on Shirley Hemphill.
Yeah.
All right, can you ask me a trivia question, please? I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I need it.
Ike, your question is, there's a well-documented cognitive bias that explains why people with the least expertise often feel the most confident. What psychological effect describes this?
I believe it's Dunning-Kruger?
That is correct.
Yes, I have it.
That is absolutely correct.
Great. Boom. Wow. That's, I think, probably like the most important medical diagnosis to explain the current moment we're living in right now. Is that
probably.
all these motherfuckers have the most extreme, they're Dunning-Kruger 10s. You know?
You're right. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, they're just like people told them that they were kind of good at some point, and
I
they
wonder
really
if Dunning and Kruger had any kind of a discussion about whose name would go first.
Right.
Or was it just alphabetical
Well,
back
I'm sure
then?
Dunning was like, listen, we always do this alphabetical, so we'll go DK. But I could see Kruger being like, well, I did the research and, I was the one that, blah, blah, blah.
Or even just Kruger Dunning sounds better.
Kruger Dunning, first of all, does sound better. I wonder if in the scientific community, it's just a given that it's always alphabetical.
It's another weird one. Sasha and Malia. Malia is older. Why is it Sasha and Malia and not Malia and Sasha?
Malia's older?
Yeah.
I would have bet $1 million Sasha's older. She always gets the first. That's really weird. Yeah, even though you're the second, you're the first in my heart. That would be something he would maybe say.
He might. Not allowed, but maybe.
I'm the private. Yeah. Jimmy, this brings us to the point of the show where we have the speed round. Are you ready to play a speed round?
Yes.
Speed round. All right, Mr. Kimmel. This is how the speed round is going to work.
All right.
You have 90 seconds to answer as many of these questions as you can. If you don't know the answer, say pass.
Okay.
And I will tell you if you got it right.
This is just how it worked on When Ben Signs Money, except for we'd have the same set of questions.
Yes, these are different questions.
Okay.
My questions are going to be in your categories. Mm-hmm. Your questions for me are going to be all over the map.
Okay.
What are the 5 basic ingredients in pizza dough?
Flour, water, salt, 5 basic ingredients, yeast, and flour, water, salt, yeast, and are you going to say sugar?
I was going to say oil, but I will accept sugar.
Oil is not, no.
What band was formed in Australia in 1977 but didn't cross over until American audiences until their album Kick a decade later?
In Excess.
Boom. What is the name of the school where the X-Men live?
Jesus, I know this. I forget. Pass.
The Italian word for a person who makes pizza is?
Pizziolo.
Name the preeminent supergroup of the 1980s with songs like Headed for the Light and Handle with Care. Supergroup, 80s.
Oh, I don't know.
What is Reed Richards and Sue Storm's child's name?
Baby.
AC/DC had 3 lead singers. Name 2 of them.
Angus Young and that other guy.
What Connecticut town has been called the pizza capital of America?
Jesus. I know this and can't remember it.
What 1981 single spent a whopping 10 weeks at #1 on the Billboard charts?
1981? Mm-hmm. Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Name one of Daredevil's 2 main arch enemies.
Kingpin.
Yes. Which New York City borough is credited as the birthplace of hip hop?
The Bronx.
He was opposite George Michael and Wham.
Oh, it was Queens and Andrew Ridgeley.
Boom, you got it. The one you did very well, by the way. You were tearing through that. Yes, the ones you did not get correct. 1981 single "Physical" by Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
Connecticut town, New Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Lead singers of AC/DC, Bon Scott, Brian Johnson, and the original was Dave Evans. And the preeminent supergroup of the 1980s, Traveling Wilburys. Reed Richards and Sue Storm's child was Franklin Richards.
Okay,
let's go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to read fast. You tell me when to start.
Copy you. And start.
What is the name of the world's hottest chili pepper?
Ghost chili.
By U.S. law, exit signs must be one of what two colors?
Red. And say if I got it right or wrong, please.
Correct. What event is commonly believed to have sparked World War I?
The sinking of the Lusitania.
No. Who voiced Mrs. Frizzle on the children's television series The Magic School Bus?
Julia Roberts.
What is the only country that has played in every single FIFA World Cup tournament?
England.
What was the first permanent English settlement in North America?
Jamestown.
The construction of the Colosseum began while which Roman emperor was in power?
Augustus.
How many permanent teeth do most adults have?
42.
Who wrote To Kill a Mockingbird?
Harper Lee.
What animal has the biggest eyes?
Whales.
Actors Jodie Foster and Kristen Stewart starred together in what 2002 thriller?
Panic Room.
Which 1950s crooner sang the hit song Beyond the Sea?
Bobby Darin.
What body of water is known for its extremely high salt content?
Dead Sea.
Who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner?
John Philip Sousa.
What inspired the name for the iPod?
It was the time Steve Jobs created it.
And that's all the questions we have.
Wow.
Carolina Reaper is the world's hottest chili pepper.
Reaper.
Green or red exit signs.
Great.
You got that right. What event commonly believed to have sparked World War I? The assassin.
Archduke of France Ferdinand.
Yeah, that's right. Who voiced Ms. Frizzle? Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
Only country played in every FIFA tournament? Brazil.
Brasilia.
Jamestown, you got correct. The Roman emperor was Vespasian.
Okay.
How many permanent teeth? 42. I mean, 32. You said 42.
I have 42.
You got Harper Lee right. Biggest eyes, the giant squid.
Okay.
Panic Room, you got right.
Yes.
Bobby Darin, you got right. The Dead Sea, you got right. Francis Scott Key, you got right.
I said Sousa.
Oh,
I got that wrong.
Oh.
Shit.
The Avapod.
It's my favorite song.
The Avapod from 2001: A Space Odyssey inspired the name for the iPod.
Nerds.
And that's that. I would like to note that when you were on my game show,
yes,
you won $1 million.
Yes.
And I'm going home with what?
That I'm so glad you asked. That is a perfect talk show host pivot because everyone, even when they lose, which you didn't, you won.
Oh,
you walk out with a gift.
Oh,
and for you, because you love pizza so much.
Oh,
we got you. Here you go. Right.
By the way, you never put olive oil in your pizza.
In the pizza dough, you wouldn't do that a little bit.
I would not. No.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Oh, a pizza cutter. Oh, that says Jimmy Knows Pizza.
It's engraved Jimmy Knows Pizza, and this is for you. You don't have to. You could sell this, by the way, on eBay if you wanted to. If you want to make a couple extra bucks,
I'll use this on my pizzas.
It's brand new.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but on the weekends I work as a mohel. I circumcise Jewish boys and men sometimes, but I'll use this for both.
I actually was thinking about getting a little more off.
I'm
be
just
happy
more
to religious.
Give you a little trim.
Give me a little trim, if you don't mind. Jimmy Kimmel, we cannot thank you enough for coming on. Funny you ask. You did very well. You should hold your head up high.
Thank you. I'll try.